This will be a resonance ritual sacred practice. And for this sacred practice, you will need a candle. I have a sacred candle. I have 2 bowls. I have two bowls, one that is empty currently, and I have one that has some paper inside. And I have crystals that I've placed in another bowl. So these crystals are crystals that I have gathered over the years. So I have, each is a different crystal, right? So there are no 2 crystals that are the same. Each is different. And I have about 8 or 9, right? About 8 or 9. And then I have also a pen, because I will be doing some writing. And then I have pieces of paper that I've cut out. So tiny strips of paper that I have cut out of my journal. And I have 11. So I have 11. And I have 5 piles, each pile with 11. Kind of looks like fortune cookie, sort of a small piece of paper. So I have 11. So I have 11 in one pile, and I have 5 piles. So I have 5 piles, each pile with 11 sort of fortune cookie pieces of paper. So what are we going to do? And I also have little pieces of paper that I put in my bowl already. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to do an intuitive practice. We're going to get in touch with our intuition, right? Because a part of resonance ritual is about advancing your intuition, and a lot of ancient Egyptian ritual was very much about advancing the intuition. So a lot of the culture of ancient Egypt, Lemuria, Atlantis, even when we think of the culture that the Minoan sort of matriarchal presence that is discovered through the silver jewelry, where they have this sort of very sophisticated sort of silver jewelry, sort of craftsmanship that you could see sort of images, very, very mystical, sort of mystical images of sort of a feminine leadership or feminine presence, working with sort of the cultivating like an esoteric reality. A lot of it, all of that is about advancing and developing the intuition. Intuition is about being at the right place at the right time. Intuition is about dropping into the body. It's about raising the kundalini, raising of the consciousness, which overall is about you being in the body, the soul at the body, the resonance of the soul in the physical body, right? And the soul basically is seen as this infinite life force. It's this Sachic record. It's seen as knowledge of many lifetimes, knowledge of the ancestors, knowledge of the future, right? So that is your multi-dimensional, sort of multi-talented presence, right? We call it the Da Vinci body, right? We can call it the numerology, the astrology, the cosmology that is you, that is ingrained in you through an ancient lineage that's connected to you, that were practitioners of this sort of esoteric reality that goes along the lines of what spiritually grows materially shows. And this is an understanding that goes back all the way to ancient Egypt, that goes all the way to Jesus Christ, Mary Magdalene, Moses, Lemuria, Atlantis, even off this planet. It's cosmic law, basically. What spiritually grows materially shows, right? And there's a such thing as a cheap win, and that's just materially trying to force your will upon life. And then there's this we call a spiritual well. It's called the union of the will and the soul. and that is basically that is sort of kind of fused to the will and the soul through mantra recitation. So any sort of spiritual practice that has a sort of ancient root, either it's like the Tibetan monks, or it can be like a sort of a Vedic medicine, that there's some sort of mantra recitation somewhere in the practice or somewhere in the lineage, a mantra recitation, right? Which is kind of translated today as affirmation, right? Like affirmation, which is, again, affirmation is seen as like a recitation, right? I pray for healing. I bless the life with sacredness and self love, right? That is an affirmation. That is like a medicine. That was an ancient medicine before we had the pharmaceutical medicine, which is affirmation. I am my medication, right? I am take this every day, right? 2 times a day. In sort of an ancient, more holistic practice, we had affirmation or mantra recitation that was for these different diagnoses. That is like mental, emotional, physical, and you would recite it maybe 11 times a day, maybe 108 times a day. You do it 108 times, 40 days, 108 days. And that was kind of like your prescribed medication for your psychological state or your physical state, or right, your emotional state, right? This is sort of an Egyptian, Lemurian, Atlantis practice that, pharmaceutical is nowhere near close to the actual lifespan of this more holistic type of practice of taking care of the self and healing and correcting and sort of balancing out the self. So I heal, I pray for healing, I bless the life with sacredness and psychic awareness. So that is you're giving yourself you're a student of this, right? So I bless the life with sacredness and psychic awareness, basically like a mantra. Mantra recitation, you're giving yourself, I'm a student and I'm practicing this. I'm the student, this is the teacher. This is what I'm being taught to bring balance or equilibrium or good fortune or good health to me. So this is very considered a part of the ancient world. But it was a way for us to really get tapped into our environment so that we could pay attention, right? Everything about like even animal totems and, animal guides and all is about paying attention, right? And all of it is about learning your lessons, right? Because in many ways, there's a lot of experiences, even that we call traumas or curses or they're all about learning lessons, and this is bigger than just an upset or like a tummy ache. This could be incarnational life lesson. This could be ancestral. This could be an imbalance in you, that there could be multiple sort of reasons for that, right? And it's the more that we have that sort of intuitive awareness, the more that we can start to pay attention, right? Pay attention, become more sensitized, right? To the environment, to time, space continuum, to this esoteric reality, to our self-expression, to what it is, you could say the frequency of the heart, the soul identity, the soul integrity, right? The self-concept, the attitude, the attributes of us, right? So we really want to use this practice, this resonance ritual practice, to really drop in, to pay attention, to really get in touch with ourselves so that we can start to become more well-rounded, because we're not flat Stanleys. We're not meant to be flat Stanley, right? We're not meant to have a shallow mind, a shallow life, a shallow heart. We're not flat Stanley, right? We're meant to be well-rounded, right? We're meant to really develop this craftsmanship, this charactership, these talents, this charisma, this enthusiasm, right? We're really meant to kind of take these experience, take the existence of ourselves at this moment, this temporary experience, you know, in life and earth, and we're really meant to work it out. Like when you work out a knot in your arm, you massage it, or you go to the acupuncture and you work out whatever is the naughty channels or the nervous system that's kind of wanky, or you do the hip rotation, you're trying to work it out, and in the hip sort of stiffness, or if you're pregnant, you're trying to, how am I going to work out this baby getting out of my body? You got to work that out. I got to prepare, right? Or you're taking medication for some sort of diagnoses of like ADD or ADHD. You're trying to work it out, right? And sometimes when you work it out, like just like when you do like a Thai massage, sometimes it's like that when you get that thing in position, it's like, or you got to hold the pose. It's like, right? But you do it so that, you working it out. And that's kind of what we're doing. We're working it out. Because when we really work it out and we find that, that nervous system balance or strength, we feel more relaxed, we get, more equalized, more neutralized equilibrium, we can start to create. Planet Earth is able to be immensely creative because it has equilibrium. If planet Earth did not work out its problems, like what, it was too hot, it's too cold, it's too rocky, it's too sandy, it's too windy, it's too hot, or too sunny, right? We would not have life. Earth would not be able to be an endless giver if it didn't work out its problems, right? And that's why Earth went through many catastrophes, many events, cosmic events, planetary events that really triggered these type of shifts on Earth that would bring more equilibrium, right? Would bring more knowledge. Okay, I'm too hot, I need to cool it down, right? I need to change the axis of the planet so that I can kind of shift the continents a little bit. Maybe that will help to bring more neutralization, right? So that's kind of what we do, right? We're working it out. But a lot of times to work it out, we do what spiritually grows, materially shows. So the intuition that grows within us, we get to know ourselves. And when we get to know ourselves, we have more character. So we're not like a flat Stanley sitting there trying to figure it out, right? Or trying to connect, right? We're like, right? So you can you can pause this video and you can cut out, like, again, I have 5 piles. Each pile has 11 little strips of paper, right? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to, on my journal, I'm going to focus on strength, teamship, love, life purpose, healing. So if you need to write that down on your notebook, go ahead. Because these are the 5 areas that we're working on for this particular resonance ritual that I will explain to you. So, okay, write down the word strength, teamship, love, life purpose, healing. And then each of the 5 piles is for strength, teamship, love, life purpose, and healing. So I'm going to go ahead and use one of my piles with 11 sheets, and I'm going to focus on strength, right? And again, I'm going to connect. I'm going to drop in with myself, right? I'm raising the Kundalini, energy. I'm tapping into the creative sensuality of me. Whenever you become sensual, whenever you really become creative, the raising of the Kundalini, right? Mantra rotation, raising Kundalini, right? Prayer, raising Kundalini, right? Self-blessing, raising the Kundalini, because you're getting sensual. You're getting in touch with yourself, Whenever you do that, that automatically starts to move, raise the energy. You start to really deepen your experience of self and other, which makes you a lot more expansive. So for strength, I'm going to write 11, right? 11 is a number of, I see 11 as a number as union, as mastery, right? So think of it strength. You have 11, think of it attributes, or think of it 11 qualities of self that give you the 11 frequency, which is about union and mastery, right? So think of the 11 qualities of strength you have. Write each one down that gives you the mastery or the union that you have with strength, coming into the fullness of your strength. So just use your intuition. Again, this is you dropping into yourself. This is you being in touch with what are my qualities of strength that I possess, right? What are my qualities of strength that I possess, that the tools I use to help me really come into the fullness of that inner power. And this should, the more you work with your intuition, this is kind of similar to automatic writing, the more it just comes naturally. And your words will be different from my words. And some words will feel more emphasized, meaning they're more, let's say you draw from them more than others, other qualities. So I wrote out my 11 qualities of strength that give me the sort of fullness of my strength. And I could be using these all at once, again, different times, be using some together. Some are more emphasized, more developed than others. But this really is the soul or the intuition speaking through me, right? Getting in touch with myself. So I have kindness, intuition, grace, self-reliance, movement, surrender, inner freedom, personal power, resilience, and passion. So these are the qualities that really show up in me when tapping into the frequency of strength in my life, and how these qualities come together to provide me strength. So then I'm going to put it into my bowl, right? So just kind of put it in my bowl. And then now I'm going to get another pile, and I'm going to focus on the next word, which is teamship. So I'm going to focus on the 11 qualities that you could either you want to develop, meaning it's not as developed as you need or you desire, or qualities that are very developed, that are very prominent within you. So focusing on teamship, the qualities that give you the fullness of teamship. And just let it come to you. So for teamship, I have the quality of reliable, protective, noble, mediator, expansive, dreamer, thinker, creativity, giver, and loyal, energetic. So again, putting in these in, just speaking it out loud to yourself will also help you to really resonate these qualities, to really get to know yourself. So put them in. Now get your next pile. Now the next word we have is love. So the quality of love, the 11 qualities of love that give you the fullness of love within your life. You're developing, they're, emphasized in you, very, profound in you, what you want to work on within yourself. Again, this is a self-psychology practice, getting sensual, getting aware of yourself, what you're doing. Being honest with yourself. So these are the qualities I wrote that really give me the fullness of love within myself, within others, and just in overall connection to earth. So I wrote compassionate, expressive, adventurous, humble, joyful, helpful, emotional, sincere, selfless, soulful, and dependable. Again, these are qualities that give me the fullness of love. Put them into my little magic bowl. The magic bowl. Now get my next pile of 11 sheets. Now I'm going to connect with the words life purpose, life purpose. So the quality, the 11 qualities that give me the fullness of my life purpose. The 11 qualities that give me the fullness of my life purpose. So for the life purpose, the qualities that give me the fullness of my life purpose, I said dedicated, multi-talented, fearless, gifted, assertive, enthusiastic, heartfelt, generous, mover and shaker, self-expression, and wisdom. So speaking that out loud, I'm resonating the life purpose. I'm resonating the life purpose. And then the last word we have is healing. The qualities, the 11 qualities that give me the fullness of my healing. Okay, so I wrote, these are the 11 qualities that give me the fullness of healing. I wrote spiritual bath, positive self-concept, relaxation, encouragement, sexuality, clear vision, music, poetry, art making, meditation, and nature. So I'm going to put this in. Okay, so now I'm going to bring my other bowl. So I have one bowl, I have this bowl, and I already have pieces of paper inside. And each piece of paper has the planet in the solar system. So I have each of the planets, including Earth and Pluto, in here. So each of the planets in the solar system. So you can pause the video and you can do that now. And then I'm going to get the crystals. I have the bowl of crystals. So together I have 3 bowls. I'm going to kind of mix these together. These are the qualities. So think of these qualities. All these qualities, these energies that are running through you constantly, right? They give you the fullness or the wholeness of you. These represent facets of the mind. They represent personalities. They also represent frequencies in you. It can help you refine your life so that you can have a more profound auric rhythm to your experiences and reality. Okay, so for this resonance ritual, what I'm going to do is I pray for strength. I pray for strength. I'm going to light my candle. The candle is very sacred. I pray for strength. I pray for strength. I'm just going to hold this candle here at the heart level. Pray for strength. And you can kind of feel the flame. I pray for strength. And I'm just going to, I pray for strength. I bless the life with creative focus. I pray for strength. I'm just going to pull 3 messages from my intuition. I pray for strength as the strength in me today. The strength in me today, right? I pray for strength. I bless the life with creative focus. Okay. And then I'm going to pull a planet. I pray for strength. The strength. I bless the life with creative focus. And then I have Pluto. And then I'm going to pull crystal. So I just close my eyes and just kind of feel just... Okay. So I have the word relaxation, meditation, energetic, and then I have Pluto. So this message, this intuitive message that's given to me for strength, the strength for me is going deep within myself, because Pluto is death and rebirth. Pluto is resurrection. Energetic is there's a lot of energy surging through me, a lot of transformative resurrectionary energy that is moving through me. Massive, you can say soul energy is integrating and embodying and coming into the body. So they're saying to the strength as this massive Pluto energy, this massive resurrection is happening, transformation, soul kind of initiation. The soul star is coming into my body more so now than ever, is to soothe the self. Soothe, this is a time to self-soothe. And the crystal I have is opal. So opal is very much a quality of listening to your intuition, really trusting the process. And it's also really tapping into the magic of the water, the magic of the ocean, or it could be even the bath, and really listening really listening and allowing it really calm and soothe the system during this very highly energetic time. There's a lot of upgrades, a lot of Pluto activations that are happening. It's best to kind of calm during this because there's just so much energy moving through. So the opal, the crystal opal, is something I can carry with me throughout the day, right? As I bring awareness to the Pluto that is emphasized around me. The energy, and there's a lot of energy moving, surging through. Meditation, relaxation will really help to ground these high energies. So just tapping into that really, it really is an intuitive practice, really. It's an intuitive practice. And just holding this candle also is working with the flame of your heart, right? I see a candle, having a candle on is working with the flame of your heart. You're working with the heart frequency, right? And I just, as I was saying heart frequency, I had the card, the word heartfelt come out. So now I pray for teamship. I pray for teamship. I pray for teamship. I bless the life with self-trust and discernment. I pray for teamship. The message, I pray for teamship. I bless the life with self-trust and discernment. I pray for teamship. I bless the life with self-trust and discernment. 3 cards, and then a planet message, and then I'm gonna go crystal. Okay, so again we have relaxation, teamship, relaxation, helpful, poetry, and Neptune. So I think it's saying the message is allow people to help you relax, right? Allow other people to it's allow you open up. Relaxation is about opening up to helpful people. Poetry is about teamship. There could be a collaboration involving poetry or something writing, right? There's a focus on writing in collaboration, in teamship. That could be something that is important. Neptune, the Neptune energy is a Pisces energy. So in teamship, there's a lot of, there's a high quality of creativity. There's a lot of creativity, right? There's a lot of, the Neptune is, you have a very high imagination. You have a very high imagination that is helpful to people. You have a very unique perspective. That's kind of what they're saying with the poetry and the Neptune. Is saying you have a very expressive nature, very soulful, very spiritual nature in teamship. People feel very soothed. Maybe people feel very relaxed by me. It's a very calming experience for them because Neptune can be more of a calming, imaginative, yet sort of dreamy. So they're saying there's a dreamy quality that is very calming for people, or is saying really surrender, relax into your dreams, or trust those dreams, be at ease with those dreams. No, helpful teamship, helpful partnership is something that will come naturally. They're saying, oh, actually, just it's very receptive. So saying, just be receptive to these individuals, these collaborators. Be receptive because they're the dreamer, right? The inner dreamer is saying you are receiving the help you need. So continue to share your poetic, your artistry. There's artistry within you that you're developing. So that, again, that's a message that, again, I'm sharing you how I'm doing it because I want to encourage you all to get in touch, to drop in. Now I pray for love. I bless the life with self-psychology and self-worth. I pray for love. Oh, and I forgot the crystal. The crystal I got is citrine. So citrine is all about prosperity. It's about lineage. So there's a lot of prosperous outcome, a lot of prosperous the teamship collaboration. There's a lot of creative energy, a lot of a lot of good sort of good health or good omen, good energy to the way I collaborate, the way the prosperity I create with other people. So there's a lot of there's a prosperous teamship. You create prosperity. Okay, so now I pray for love. I bless the life with I pray for love. I bless the life with self-psychology and self-worth. I pray for love. I bless the life with self-psychology and self-worth. I pray for love. I bless the life with I pray for love. I bless the life with self-psychology and self-worth. And then a planet. Show me a planet. And then I'm going to do a crystal. Okay, so the words that came out, the qualities that really are an answer to the prayer, is kindness, reliable, sexuality, and then the word earth. The earth is the planet. So I pray for love. They're saying that there's a lot of, I'm very reliable, very kind when it comes to connecting with people intimately, lovingly. The sexuality, saying I have a lot of sexual energy, a lot of creative energy, a lot of expression. And the earth is saying that there's a very magical experience that I have on earth with people that I have experienced love with. So really, the sexuality can be saying about express your sexuality, honor it, get more in touch with it when it comes to love and intimacy. Don't hide away from that. Reliable is saying that you attract reliable people to you. Kindness. I see kindness as also reciprocity. The much to offer. So it's understanding there's much to offer. And the stone we have, this is actually, this is a limestone. So this is very, very, there's a very grounding, very royal, regal. Limestone is very considered a regal stone. So there's a lot of regal. Love is very regal, or love I attract is very regal. It's very elegant. It's very, it's very it's very royal, right? Or have a nobility to the way I interact with love, or the way love is with me. There's a nobility, there's a sort of regal quality that I experience in love, that people share with me. So then I'm going to go into, I pray for life purpose. I pray for life purpose. I pray for life purpose. I bless the life with sovereignty and charisma. I pray for life purpose. I bless the life with sovereignty and charisma. I pray for life purpose. I bless the life with sovereignty and charisma. I pray for life. I pray for life purpose. I bless the life with sovereignty and charisma. And then a stone, a crystal. So I have protective, positive self-concept, and surrender. So the guides are saying you are protected with your life purpose, which can be about, your dreams, your goals, also about what you're doing in your life. It's saying you are protected, positive self-concept. So think positively of yourself, really affirm to yourself positivity, and surrender to outcomes, and remain positive. Don't focus on any sort of negative timeline or negative assumptions or negative expectations. The surrender is let the guides take care. It's almost like let the will, hand over the will to the soul is what I'm hearing, right? Hand over the will to the soul. And Saturn is the planet, and Saturn is saying there's a lot of discipline, there's a lot of structure, but Saturn is also very much there's an executive mind. Saturn has this quality, this leadership quality. So life purpose, there's a quality of being an executive mind, or having this kind of being very sort of disciplined, being very someone is just naturally good at managing or organizing or delivering. So it's saying that you have the quality of Saturn in the way that you could conduct business, the way you could move the energy, the way that you move energy in your own life. The Saturn is very much about someone who gets things done, who's very organized, very clear. And also Saturn is very high caliber. There's a very high quality, very high caliber. And there's also about a high respect, right? High respect, self-respect, that is for like high quality, high self-respect for oneself. And then the crystal I have is, I'm not sure the name of this crystal actually, but the property of this crystal is about being, there's a lot of healing of one's gifts being very healing. Also really tapping into one's emotions, like healing of one's emotions. So it could be gifts are very healing for people's emotions, or being tapped into your emotions, right? Getting in touch with your emotions for ideas, or for greater expression, or for getting tapped into listening to one's emotions and one's feelings. That works best with opening the flow of creative direction or intention. So then the last question, last question is, I pray for healing. I bless the life with sacredness and psychic awareness. I pray for healing. I bless the life with sacredness and psychic awareness. I pray for healing. I bless the life with sacredness and psychic awareness. I pray for healing. I bless the life with sacredness and psychic awareness. I pray for healing. I bless the life with sacredness and psychic awareness. Okay, so I have wisdom. I have heartfelt giver. So saying, and the planet is Mercury. So I communicate wisdom from the heart. That is my great generosity. I give a lot of wisdom from the heart. That what heals me, it actually heals me to tap into my own wisdom of the heart. When I'm giving, I heal a lot through giving. Could be I'm a big giver. Also Mercury is saying, again, being a communicator, having clear channel, working on the mind. Right, there's the healing of the mind, working the healing, or this life incarnation could be about working on the healing of the mind, right? The negative mind, the positive mind, the neutral mind, working on the mind. So there's a lot of the mind, and Mercury and wisdom is really saying about, there's a lot of messages that come through the mind, that again, working on the balancing of the mind and the heart. So the heartfelt with Mercury is saying that the magnetic field of the heart is very profound. Is saying giving the heart is very healing. Sharing one's heart is very, very healing. There's a lot of wisdom through listening to others, giving to others. There's a lot of wisdom that is received through communication, through experience, through perspective, sharing of perspective, learning other people's perspective. So there's a sort of expanded perspective with Mercury and wisdom. I have a more expanded perspective that I receive in the heart. I communicate from the heart this perspective, the perspective of others. Communicate a lot with the heart. I sort of download this energy, Mercury energy, into the heart. And then the giver is saying, giving of a lot of energy, a lot of mental energy that is very grounded in the heartfelt. So a lot of ideas. The mental body is healing through really working with the heart. It's like healing the mental body through really healing, really grounding in the heart, and really tapping into the wisdom of the heart, or getting more connected to the sensual wisdom, the wisdom that is felt in the body rather than in the intellectual type of conversation, or the mind, and solely the mind. So it's really about the working with the negative mind, neutral mind, positive mind, but also experiencing the heart, sharing of that with the heart, getting the heart involved. And then the stone, again, I don't know this exact crystal. This is a sort of darker crystal. I believe this is a more volcanic crystal. But this is really about the clearing of the clearing of the negative beliefs in the mind, or the self-destructive behavior in the mind when it comes to healing. Could also be that's the healing, is to clear away the negative self-talk, the negative self-belief, clearing away also any anxiety, stress in the mental body. I'm hearing that as well. So again, these are just a couple messages that I wanted to share as a journey resonance ritual that you can do within your own life, that you could do this daily to just get in touch with yourself, right? Have a conversation with the divine, have a conversation with yourself, right? That's what resonance ritual is having a conversation with your spirit, with your soul, with the 10 bodies, with the 8 chakras, with the 10th gate, the esoteric record, past lives, getting in touch with your vision, getting in touch with your life force, right? Getting in touch with your health, right? This what resonance ritual is what ritual is: dropping in, raising the kundalini, raising the consciousness, right? Feeling more fulfilled, spiritually fulfilled, right? Of learning yourself, discovering yourself, and that brings you this great excellence within yourself. So I hold this candle here at my heart. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Inhale. Exhale. Blow out the candle. Feel the ease of your own heart, the expansion of your aura in your heart. And thank you.